Hey everyone, Tim here from QBKing77.com, here to do a video showing off reviewing the new S Pen on the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, giving you some tips and tricks and showing off some new features of the device. But anyways, right away when you turn off the screen and you pull out the S Pen, what it's going to do is unlock the screen for you, and depending on your settings, I'll get to that in a bit, it jumps to a screen. It could pop up S Note as well. So this screen shows up. It does have different icons down here, so when it goes to that screen you'll see you can customize various icons to show up. Right now it's got messaging, camera, gallery, and Gmail there, as opposed to my main ones being phone, messaging, S Note, and browser. Looking at the design of the pen itself, we can go ahead and take a closer look at it. Alright, so here's a very close look at the S Pen. As you can tell, it does have a flat side to it, so it's not going to roll around, which is great. Obviously you don't want it to roll off the table if you set it down for any reason. On the top it does say Samsung, and you also have a button right here that does have a little bit of a texture to it, so you know when you're about to press that button. The tip on the end is touch sensitive. You'll see it does go in a little bit when you press it, which is nice. Obviously it's got some pressure sensitivity to it. Overall it feels very comfortable when you hold it, just like a normal pen or a normal any writing utensil. Alright, so that's enough about the design of the pen. Let's show off some of the features. So when you are on your lock screen, this is just a little aesthetic thing, and you press on the screen, it shows up a little animation like it's dripping out some ink from the pen. So that would be on the lock screen only, so that's a little cool animation. You do have the basic features of the S Pen through the S Note application, where you can create a new template, a new note. It does have various templates such as Happy Birthday, Magazine, Diary. Let's just go to the basic note template. If I wanted to open that up, I can select it with my S Pen. I did want to make a quick note that this flag grip is basically an essential when having this device. You holding it one-handed while using your S Pen, it is fantastic. It's so much more comfortable, and you don't have to worry about dropping it, because you do have to use just one hand to hold your device when you use your S Pen. Obviously your right hand or left hand is used to use the utensil, and the left hand is used to hold it. So again, I highly recommend checking out the flag grip, and also when using it as a stand, it is nice. You can just kind of have it sit there, and it stands up just like that. So again, check out the flag grip. I'll do a full review on the Note because, again, my favorite accessory, definitely something that is almost an essential for the Note 2. Anyway, so this is the S Note application. As you see, I have some drawing on here that I don't want, some scribbles. It is on pen mode right now, but to quickly switch to eraser mode, instead of tapping up at the top of the screen, you can press the button on the side of the S Pen and tap the screen, and then it switches to eraser mode, and then you can quickly switch back to pen mode by doing the same technique. So let's go ahead and just close out of this S Pen application. There are a bunch of various drawing settings, whether it be shapes. You can record your drawing. So I'm just going to discard this note and show you off some other features. So unfortunately, the S Pen does not work on the menu and the back button. You can press the home button, of course. It is a little bit awkward to do so, but you cannot go back or press the menu button with the S Pen. You have to use your finger, or you can set up some quick settings. So let's say I go into the browser and I did want to back out of it. What you can do is press on the button itself and then go ahead and just draw a V, which is what I have set by default to be my quick setting. There you go. So it had to wait for the page to load up, and then it went back. So that's a quick setting there. There are other various ones that you can set. You can actually set customized ones. So another quick little gesture is you can press the button and press up, and then it opens up these quick commands. And quick commands is where you can write a command and then followed by a keyword. So if you did $weather, it's going to do an internet search, or if I wanted to, so we can try that. So let's do $weather. You're going to have to bear with me on my terrible handwriting, especially from this angle. It says jumping to an internet search, so it's opening up internet, it's search for weather. So again, you can do anything you want, Chicago Bears, anything. So that's brought up the weather. That's just a quick command feature. You also can pull down the notification bar, and you have recommended shortcuts for your S Pen as well. And pressing on this orange one is going to take you to that first screen when I first unlocked, when I first took out the S Pen. Otherwise, you got gallery, camera, messaging, or those quick commands as well. So again, this will take you to that S Pen page that I showed you earlier. Another cool setting, you can press and hold the button on the side of the S Pen, double tap on the screen, and it's going to bring up your S Note. So if you're in an application and you want to make a quick note, that's a quick setting that you can deal with. Also, I believe there's a setting where you can change it, where if you double tap, it takes a screenshot. So it's up to you what you would like that shortcut to do. You can also press the button and outline something, and it's going to go ahead and cut it out as an image when you are done. So it'll just cut out that Google that I showed, and then I can scrapbook it, S Note it, where I can make edits to it, or I can send it as a text message, anything. So that's actually pretty cool that you can kind of crop any part of the screen out and send it and make edits to it, draw on it, anything that you would like. There's also a feature called Air View with the S Pen where you can hover over the screen. I don't know if you guys can notice, but over the screen there's a little circle where my pen is hovering. I'm not touching the screen, but it lets me know about where it's hovering over the screen. I can go ahead and go to my messaging application and go ahead and go into Compose. If I hover over these icons here, you will see it pops up a little text box that lets you know what the button actually does. So you'll see add recipient. You can add attachment as well. So if I was going to send a text message to Google, I can go ahead and do that. And then down here, enter message. You can use the swipe on the Samsung keyboard or whatever keyboard you'd like. So if I want to say, hey there, how are you doing? I picked up the pen on accident. So again, it does take a little while to get used to with the swipe. Or you can press and hold down here on the speaker and press the T. And then it brings up some options to actually write. And it does basically handwriting to text. So if I wanted to say, hey there, space, how are you? Question mark. And my question mark was a little bit off, so I can just go ahead and hit back and try it again. And there it is. So, hey there, how are you? I can go ahead and hover over the send, and it does say send, and I can press it, and it will send the text message to Google. So that's just a little handwriting to text feature. Now also when I'm in my list of text messages, and I hover over the message, you will see it expands it, and I don't even have to go into the messaging application, and I can see what I just sent, or if they respond and it's longer than what it says there, that will show up as well. So that's just another little Air View feature. That works in emails as well, not in the Gmail application, but the email application. I don't have an account to set up through the email application, so I can't really show that off, but again, it does the same type of thing where it expands it and shows a little text box of a preview of the entire message. You can also use AirView to scroll different pages, whether it be your app drawer. Down here, you'll see I'm hovering over it, I'm not pressing it, and it's continuously scrolling through my app drawer horizontally. And not only horizontal, it does have vertical scrolling as well. So you'll see in my settings, it does scroll. I'm not pressing the screen. It's just a feature of AirView. And the last AirView little feature I wanted to show you was in the gallery, actually. So when you go into the gallery, you obviously have various options. You can hover over one and it expands it. So you'll see it's expanding it. If I wanted to go ahead and hover over an image, it brings it up bigger. I can go ahead and go into the camera, and then hovering over these images, it brings up a little picture of just an extended image of it. So that's just a little nice feature. I did take a video just of this room, and I did want to show you when you play a video, it actually is going to go ahead. You have options where you can scan through when you hover over it, and it gives a preview image of what is showing, which is great when you're watching movies because you kind of know what's going on. Obviously with this test video, it's not going to matter that much because it's just me moving the camera around. But when you're in a video, let's say you wanted to skip to a certain action scene, you can hover over and find out exactly where that action scene is just by that little image that pops up from your hovering over that progress bar. And last but not least, I did want to go into the S Pen settings. So you can go ahead and go into your settings menu. I can use the AirView hover to scroll down if I'd like to. And then you will see S Pen has a specific settings here. You can change your dominant hand if you use the left hand for the S Pen. You can have sounds when you detach it. You can open up pop-up note whenever you detach the S Pen, so that pop-up note comes up every time you detach it, which I don't have checked. You have battery saving, where disabling pen detection when pen is attached can extend battery life. You have a feature called S Pen Keeper, where if you have it disconnected and you walk away from your S Pen, it makes a noise and it lets you know, hey, you're leaving without your S Pen. Are you sure you want to do that? Which is pretty cool. Air view you can turn off, so when you hover over, you don't have to have that on if you don't like to. It's just when the pen nib is near. I guess that's called the pen nib right there. You have sound and haptic feedback as well, and quick command settings, which are those quick commands there that you can do internet searches and such. And you also have S Pen Help, where you have air view and gesture. Gesture is where you want to go into because it shows off some back, like I showed earlier, that back button where you press the button and draw that little V and it goes back, opening up menu. It lets you know how to do that as well. Draw a little caret and open up pop-up note to double tap on the screen while pressing the pen button, as I said. Opening up quick command, swipe up. Capture the screen, tap and hold on the screen. Sorry, not double tap, tap and hold on the screen, and you will take an image, and then you can edit that image if you'd like to. You can discard it as well and cut out an image. I did demonstrate that. And selecting text, I did want to go ahead and show that. I can go ahead and go back into that message with Google, and I can just go ahead and hit copy message text and paste it. So now when I bring this up, I can double tap on words and then extend them to select text as usual. You'll see when I hover over, it shows that little icon to know where I'm going to exactly press and put that cursor, which is great. Again, double pressing on it, or you can copy, paste, more options, cut, and select all. So I can select all the text, and there you go. I can copy it if I would like to, and quickly paste it as well. So all features of the S Pen. That's just about it. That's about all I did want to show, showing off the S Pen and its features on the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. You are going to have to let me know what you think. Be sure to leave a comment. If you have any other tips and tricks, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Be sure to check them out. You can give the thumbs up to the comments that have some good tips and tricks as well. This might not be all of them, of course, but I just got to some cool ones that I did like. Expect a full review of my Note 2 as well coming very soon. I can link to that in the description of the video when I make it. And other than that, that's about it. So again, be sure to subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. All links will be in the description of the video below. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up.